Elevator pitch is not, it's a means to an end, if you will. It's not its own thing. A successful elevator pitch is not successful just stand alone. It's successful because of what it causes to occur. And so that's the perspective that we want to think about, is that we want to think about elevator pitches as the spark for what comes next. Maybe that's a great conversation. Maybe that's an opportunity for collaboration. Maybe that's an invitation to discuss something further for funding. Maybe that's an invitation to come and talk more about a position. There's all of these things that it can spark or set off, but that's the goal. As we're looking at this particular form of communication, we want to think about it as something that gets the ball rolling or sets off this chain reaction. And so as we think about that idea, a first place to start when we're considering how do we get people interested and get people to want to follow up, because remember, there's always something that comes next. How do we get people to want to follow up? The way that we do that is to make sure that we're memorable. Right? You don't want people to hear from you and then walk away and forget immediately. You want to be memorable, interesting, and engaging. And one of my favorite resources that I would absolutely recommend that you consider reading if you haven't read it, because I absolutely love this book. It's so much fun to read. It's called Made to Stick. It's by the Heath brothers. It's really inexpensive to find on Amazon. And also, this is actually one I love my Kindle e-reader, but I would actually recommend you get the actual book because it feels like a real piece of duct tape on the front, which is really cool. But what this book is about is that this book is about why do some ideas stay with us? Like, we can't get them out of our head. We keep thinking about them. We tell other people about them. And then why do other things we hear and we forget about them immediately? And it really dives into what makes things stick. And so one of my goals for you is to have a sticky pitch, right? A sticky elevator pitch that stays with your audience. And so what Made to Stick talks about, and I'll give you the quick summary. If you never pick up this book again, you're going to get the goods right here. Quick summary of this book is it talks about the 6 qualities of a sticky message. So a sticky message has these 6 qualities, and these are ones that we want to think about when we're thinking about our own messages. And by the way, this is something that we'll talk about it as it relates to elevator pitches, but this is a great list to think about when you're doing other kinds of presentations, when you're writing things. This is all about how do you make your communication memorable.